I suggest you get in here pronto.
I'm here at the Denver International Film Festival. We're at Brokeback Mountain, the story about two gay cowboys who fall in love with each other. We spoke with some of the screenwriters and directors and other VIPs. Let's take a look at them. We caught up with Anne Pruitt, original short story writer for Brokeback Mountain. This movie has a powerful effect on the gay and lesbians in the community.
I wasn't thinking about gayness so much as two guys very confused, not knowing who they were, and in a rural situation, because I write about rural places. That was my main concern, was landscape and rurality, and how somebody who was gay would deal with it. What happened? You know, what would work out? So that took a while. And the thing that the film has done that wasn't in the story is bring up the question of gay rights. At the end, and this wasn't obvious in the story, but is in the film, at the end we see that the character Ennis Del Mar has no rights. He has no rights to his lover's ashes. It's the cold wife and the father who hated him who have the rights. He has no right to publicly grieve. To me, that was one of the heavier results of the film that just wasn't there in the story.
Director Ang Lee chatted with us about the lessons, the challenges, and lovemaking scenes in Brokeback Mountain. Great movie, great story.
Thank you.
What are you hoping the gay audience gets out of this movie?
Well, like everybody, a taste of love. Yeah. And the lessons, don't miss it. I think that's the biggest lesson from the movie, although we don't try to preach anything. I think the most moving part of the story for me is the idea they keep wanting to go back to Brokeback Mountain for 20 years, but they never realized what love is until they missed it. So that was a poignant love story to me. And in a way, it's very universal, too. Yeah.
Any challenges in making the movie at all?
Well, sheep, weather, the mountains. Shooting the gay love-making scene was, in a way, hiked up, and we were prepared to do. But it was actually quite easy. I block it, and they deliver it. It happened very quickly, because we've been thinking about it for so long. I think the most challenging thing is to get the aging right, because the changes are very subtle. Each time you see them, it's 2-3 years. Overall, it's 20 years, still subtle. We want to have an epic feeling in a short story kind of structure. So that's the most challenging thing.
Any truth in the matter that Heath Ledger broke his nose while doing a kissing scene?
Yeah. I think I encouraged them. You can never kiss a girl that heroically, that hard. Go for it.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Actually, the nose is less a problem than the hands.
Oh. Jake Gyllenhaal has some kind words to say about Heath Ledger in a recent interview.
He's like a genuinely nice guy, and maybe it's his like Australian background. I don't know what it is. He's just he makes me feel comfortable.
Screenwriters Larry McMurtry and Diana Osana gave us their thoughts on making Brokeback Mountain.
But it was a long process. A lot of movies take a long time to get made, some don't. But this one was 8 years, and actually, all things considered, it was very rewarding. It was a rewarding process.
In this day of age, this kind of movie is just magnificent.
It's just wonderful material. It's such a wonderful story. It's a great story. We recognize right away that it's a great story. And a lot better to work with a great story than with a mediocre story.
Oh.
And great actors, too.
Oh, wonderful actors. Yes, we were very fortunate. I mean, when it finally came together, all the pieces just fit perfectly. So we're very lucky.
Stephen Montez reporting for Colorado Outspoken.